Okay, for assignment 1, for this first video project, I'm going to show you how to set up your file, set your image size, and also how to bring your photo into your file. So the first thing I'm going to do is launch the program that I'm going to use. For this demo, I'm going to use a freeware program called GIMP. So I'm going to come down here, and here's my icon for GIMP. I'm going to click this little guy. I'm using 2.8. There are newer versions for newer operating systems. I'm using Windows 7 here, so I'm using an older version. So you may see something like this. You may see your toolbox here. You'll be using that, so you'll need it. And also you might see your layers window here. Now if you don't see these, you can find these under Windows anytime. So if you click on Windows, if you go to dockable dialogues, for example, you can turn on your layers here. Okay, and that stores our photos and in the order in which they're stored. And then finally, here you can also do new toolbox or Control B. Okay, so we're going to leave those open and over here. Now what we want to do is start a new file. So we're going to go up to File, New, or Control N is your shortcut. And I believe the assignment sheet says 480 is your width and 640 is the height. And we're dealing with pixels here, and you can see this is already under for pixels, so we're good there. RGB color, that's perfect. Don't need to change anything else. Click OK. Here's the canvas that you're working within. I'm going to make this window a little bit smaller so we can move that over. And so now we have our image canvas size set up, 480 by 640. Now what I'm going to do is open up the photograph that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to do that right from GIMP. File, Open. Okay, and I'm going to use a JPEG that I already created. Okay, so I'm going to open that photo, and if you look behind this window, you move this window, you'll see that I have two files open now, and you can see my duck face there. You like that? You can see my layer here for this image, and then if I click on this window, you'll see that the layer is for this one, so you'll know which file you're in. So if you move these over a little bit, now normally what you do is you grab your layer here that you want, you just go right into the layer. You grab it, drag it over, and drop it. However, my computer will not allow that to happen with my screen capture going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the toolbox here and select the Move tool. If I have the Move tool selected, I can't mess up anything. The only thing I might do is accidentally move my image. In which case, if you do that, you can hit Control and Z together, and that'll move that back. So what I'm going to do, since this won't allow me to do this with screen capture on, there's another way to do it. If you're on the right layer here and you hold down Control and A together, notice there I've selected my photo. You can see the marching ants right there. And now I'm just going to choose Control C to copy it. And now I'll come over to this file. You can see that layer there, so I know I'm in the right file. And I'm going to paste that by hitting Control V. And there you go. You have your image set up at 480 by 640. And your photo now is in the right file, so I can close this one. I don't need that anymore. So no, I'm just going to discard changes. And now when I click on this file, you can see here I have a pasted layer there. And if I turn the eyeball off there, it turns the photo off and you can see the layer beneath it. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and save it so I don't lose it. So File. I'm going to save this as 1-Acker. And I'm saving that as a file that I can open in GIMP, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and just save that to the desktop. There you go. So that's how you set up your image, and that's one way you can bring your photograph into your file that you set up.